He secretly drugged the food, trying to knock his whole family out. Once he was sure they were completely unconscious, John quietly walked into his sister's room. After confirming none of them would wake up, he dragged them onto a cart and dumped them into a hidden pit deep in the woods. The next morning, his sister was the first to wake up. The strange surroundings instantly sent her into panic. Their father woke up too, looking around in confusion. It didn't take long for the three of them to realize something was wrong.
Where's John?
Meanwhile, John was canceling all of his parents' work appointments using their names. After finishing that, he drove to a nearby ATM. He typed in his father's bank card password from memory. When he saw the balance, $750,000, his heart raced with excitement. He had been planning this day for a long time. First, he withdrew $300, because in his mind, the first rule of being an adult is having the courage to spend money. So he bought his favorite fried chicken and a big burger. But halfway through his meal, his mother's friend suddenly showed up at the door. His mother hadn't answered her phone all day. Worried something might be wrong, she came by to check. Luckily, John already had his story ready. He told her his parents had taken his sister back to their hometown to take care of his sick grandfather. They were at a rural hospital now. As for him, he stayed home because he had to prepare for a tennis tournament next week. She didn't fully believe him, but eventually left. After the unexpected interruption, John suddenly remembered something. His family in the pit hadn't eaten for a full day, so he grabbed some food and went back to the hole. His parents saw him and shouted his name with relief.
No, you're okay?
Are you hurt? Is the house okay?
But John just stood there without saying a word. His parents thought someone must be threatening him. They begged him to call the police immediately. But the next second, John simply tossed the food down into the pit. That's when the truth finally hit them. The one behind everything was John. Their father exploded in anger, yelling at him.
Go bring the fucking ladder, John!
Please!
Terrified, John turned and ran away. Left with no choice, the three of them tried to save themselves. They formed a human ladder, trying to lift the sister toward the top, but the pit was nearly 10 meters deep. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't reach the opening. Then things got worse. Heavy rain began to fall. The next day, John returned to the pit with some clean clothes. He tossed them down without saying a word. Back at home, he invited a friend over. The two of them spent their days eating, drinking, and partying in the mansion. In John's mind, this was what adulthood looked like. No parents telling you what to do, no school, no exams. But the people trapped in the pit were slowly suffering, because for several days in a row, John never brought them food again. His mother became so hungry she started eating moldy banana peels. One day, John's friend finally got bored and decided to go home. Before he left, John casually handed him a stack of cash. He once heard his parents say that friendships between adults are maintained with money. Feeling satisfied with himself, John returned home. But as he walked up, his mother's friend's car was parked outside the house. This time, John invited her inside. He wanted to keep practicing how adults interact with each other, but the moment she stepped inside, she sensed something was wrong. The entire house was a disaster. It looked like the place had been robbed. A terrible thought flashed through her mind, but John still didn't understand how to read people's expressions. He even asked her to stay the night and leave tomorrow. Her face immediately turned pale. She took out her phone and called John's mother, but the next second, the ringtones started coming from a room inside the house.
She left her phone here.